Hi, good evening. So today is 1st of July 2025. I'm going to make a short video. It actually came out of a discussion, the subject that me and my friend were talking about. So the subject was, is India really shining? And we have seen of late a lot of FII money has gone out of the country. Will it come back? So my friend was of the opinion that no, India is not shining, and he could share all the wrong things that are happening in the country. And I was an advocate for why India is shining, why foreign money will come back again. So I have put together some data to justify my points, and this data is just out of a conversation that I never wanted to have an opinion based conversation. I wanted to be backed by data, so I thought why not make a video of it, and I hope this data is helpful for you to evaluate the situation. And I would love to know your feedback in the comment section about what do you feel about the current status of India. So let's get started. So what I have done here is uh, I have taken 6 countries into account. I have taken US, China, Germany, India, Japan, and United Kingdom. What I have done is I have plotted their GDP data, which is their economy size, from the year 2014 till 2023. Now, the official data published for these countries is available till 2023 on World Bank, which is the source website for this data, which is enough. Yeah, usually this data does not change at a very dramatic rate. So even if I have taken the data, which is 1 year less to the actual, it will suffice. So from 2014 to 2023, what the economy size was in 2014, what the economy size was in 2023, a 10-year period, and at what growth rate uh, did the economy grow at. So US in 2014 was at 17.61 trillion, which is in 2023 27.72. That is a growth rate of 4.64. China 10.48 trillion became in 2023 17.79, growth rate of 5.43. Germany 3.97 in 2014, 4.53 in 2023, growth rate of 1.33. India 2.04 in 2014 and 3.57 in 2023, that is a growth rate of 5.76. Japan $4.9 trillion economy became 4.20 in 2023. It actually degrew, quite to my surprise, and a negative growth rate. So the economy did not expand, the economy actually contracted, negative 1.53. United Kingdom, 2014, 3.06 trillion, and 2023, 3.38 trillion. That is a growth rate of 1%. So let's pause here for a second. In simple terms, what I have now done is that if I were to invest 100 rupees in this economy at the growth rate at which it is currently growing at, what will be the value after 10 years? So I need to, for myself as an investor, pick up a destination out of 6 where I will make the most money. Yeah. So here I'm not taking nominal GDP into account, that I'll cover a bit later. So if I invest 100 rupees in US at this growth rate, in 10 years, my 100 rupees becomes 157. I invest 100 rupees in China at this growth rate, which is 5.43, it becomes 169. Germany, this money becomes 114. India, this money becomes 175. Japan, it is not wise for me to say this because it could be temporary. My 100 rupees at a negative growth rate actually contracts to or goes down to 85 rupees. Yeah. UK, I invest 100 rupees, it becomes 110. So this is over a course of 10 years. Yeah. So in order of preference, if I were to just use this as a data to make a decision, my first preference comes out to be India, where I'm making the most buck on my investment. Second becomes China, 100 becomes 169. Third becomes USA, 100 becomes 157. Fourth becomes Germany. Fifth becomes UK, and sixth becomes Japan. Now, this is one set of data point which can quantify and be used to make a decision at a country level, where should my money be parked, and if it is parked in a certain country where I'm expecting a certain growth rate, how am I doing? That's all what this exercise is for. Anyway, now how does equity market work? How do equity markets work? Equity markets is the GDP growth rate plus the inflation rate. You combine them together. GDP growth rate plus inflation rate equates to nominal GDP growth rate. Usually, the equity market returns are calculated like this. So US GDP growth rate is 4.64. Here I have taken the inflation rate which is currently published. Hence, I am being very conservative in my approach. I have taken the growth rate which was a year back, and I am taking the current inflation rate. So hence, I am being conservative in my assumption, because the growth rate could have increased. The economy size obviously has increased for most of the countries. Yeah. So 4.64 growth rate, inflation 2.40 becomes 7.04. That is the nominal GDP growth rate, which means 100 rupees invested, keeping an expectation in mind of 7.04% CAGR in 10 years will become 197. Yani almost my money will double. Now, interestingly, I could not get the inflation data of China. So I have assumed it to be zero. So it will be the same as their growth rate, which was the GDP growth rate, 5.43. So my 100 rupees invested becomes 169.75 over a course of 10 years. In Germany, it becomes 138. India, it becomes 234. In Japan, obviously, now this is the interesting part. You see, if I only take the GDP data, the economy contracted because there was a negative growth, but inflation remains. So nominal GDP growth rate is the GDP growth rate plus inflation. Now, if you do minus 1.53 plus 3.50, the figure will be 2.47. So that is the growth rate, 1.97, sorry, the nominal GDP growth rate. So my 100 rupees over a course of 10 years becomes 121.55. In the UK, the nominal GDP growth rate is 4.4, and my 100 rupees invested over a course of 10 years becomes 153.81. Now, let's see in order of preference. Number one comes India, number two comes US, number three, China, number four is UK. Now, UK may have a growth rate of only 1%, but their inflation is the highest or amongst the highest, which makes it a 4.4% nominal GDP growth rate. Hence, UK comes at number four, where in the above grid, you can see it is at number five here, right? And number five, here comes Germany, and sixth is Japan. So, so basically, this is what my submission is, that I am still of the opinion that foreign inflows will increase, the money will come back, and the money will stay, because out of the six major economies in the world, India seems to be doing fine. Now, logically think about it. I am saying in the next 10 years, India will grow at a rate of 8.92% only, which is the nominal GDP growth rate, which means mota mota you should expect about 9% from the equity markets. And if you get 9% also, your money more than doubles in a period of 10 years. My personal opinion is that it can only get better from here. Having said that, I am not saying that it will get worse for other countries or remain to be the same. It will get better for them as well. I don't know. I am just basing my decision and my views looking at the data. Yeah. If there were to be no noise around me and if I were to make a decision based on this data, my first preference comes out to be India. My second preference comes out to be the US. The third comes out to be China. Yeah. Where I will make the maximum amount of money. So if you have any views on this subject, I will encourage you to please share those in the comment section, and I would love to reply individually to all. Also, this is a new channel, and we greatly seek your support. And please motivate us by liking the video, by commenting, by sharing. Every single view matters the world to us. And please keep us motivated, keep us going. And so thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Thank you.